All right, guys. So, gosh, this is an emotional day for me. Actually, it's been an emotional week, and with this, this is another update. Tim Pool posted something saying that a source from within, who's close to the situation with the whole Charlie Kirk situation, says that Charlie is stable. Keep praying. Keep on praying. Keep putting out prayers for him. Keep encouraging those who are connected to you, who believe in righteousness and the rule of God in the earth. Ask them to pray concerning this situation. So Timpu clarifies, I received a call from a trustworthy source who told me this. I want to believe and I'm hoping, and yeah, I also want to believe and I'm hoping. The reports are that he was shot twice in the neck and that the loss of blood was very traumatic. And some people are actually speculating that he has already passed, but I want to believe Timpu's source that Charlie has been stabilized and that he is receiving blood. Now, right on cue, we see the insanity flowing from the left. It is insane what's going on. I tried to hold myself back from expressing my thoughts on what we were going to start seeing in the follow up of this event, and I just wanted to focus on a call to prayer. Well, I put out a call to prayer and asked people to pray, when they watched the video. And this must be a bot. All right. This must be a bot. All right. I'm just well, you've already seen the handle, and I want to believe that this is a bot. It says, I wish your right wing hearts and prayers work this time because your right wing hearts and prayers certainly haven't worked for the children slaughtered in schools everywhere due to the idiocy of American gun laws. Already, they are making it all about gun control. Never let a good crisis go to waste. This is what these people who believe like this do with something that isn't. I don't want to go into that conversation, but you already see the insanity coming from people who believe this way. Look at someone has already created a video on TikTok mocking the situation and celebrating the fact that a father of two was shot in the neck. Someone who had hosted events on campuses to have conversation. MSNBC has someone on there calling Charlie Kirk divisive and polarizing. All the dog whistle terms. They accuse conservatives of using dog whistle terms. I'll tell you what those dog whistle terms do to them. The so-called dog whistle terms are terms that inspire shame, and it tells them that the things that they believe aren't normal. And then they say that's a dog whistle term. These are the people that step out and say that they're leftists and that they want a more progressive, civilization. And in their books, progressive means if you don't agree with someone, attack them physically. I mentioned a conversation 2 videos back I had with someone, and I said to them, look, you can't be serious about the fact that one party that accuses another party of violence is the party that is perpetrating all the violence. One group that claims to be the party of law and order, peace and love and unicorns are the ones doing this. Everything that is upside down is what they want to run on. And honestly, it is heartbreaking. It's heartbreaking. Like I thought that I would just do one video. I didn't want to live stream. Because I had decided that I'll stay away from live streams for the foreseeable future because I needed to deal with a few things on the personal side. And I dropped the last video, and then I jump on a stream, that is being done, by another creator that I follow, Brandon Lehman, and I'm watching all of the insanity unfold. And then I go back to my channel to just take a look at the video to see, just look at my analytics, and I see that comment. It is horrifying, to be honest, that people actually think this way. They think this way. It's one thing to think this way, it's another thing to actually put those thoughts out in the open with your name beside those thoughts and be proud about it. Let's keep praying for Charlie Kirk, the Turning Point USA organization, his family, his wife, his 2 kids. I pray he recovers. I pray he recovers, and that the desires of the wicked will be frustrated. I pray that every hand that is involved in his care and recovery would be specially anointed by God, that they would act with supernatural wisdom, and that the grace of God will rest upon that hospital room, and that he would pull through and be really stabilized, and that we will hear good news within, in the hours to come. That is my prayer. I don't want to directly respond to people out there who are claiming that our thoughts and prayers mean nothing, because they don't know what they're talking about. They don't. They are rooting for our prayers to not be answered, but we're grateful to God that they don't have a say in whether those prayers get answered or not. We have a loving God and a loving Father who loves Charlie and his family, and I believe he is inclined to save his life and to return him to his family whole. That is what I believe. So everyone who's watching this, who is on the side of righteousness, please let us continue. Let us continue. We have individuals saying stuff like the blood isn't dry on the grass yet, and they've already started pushing gun control. It is insane. It is insanity. There's nothing else to say about how these people have been behaving. The same thing with when President Trump was shot. They immediately go for the things that aren't the issue. You took prayer from schools. You created a godless generation. You created people who believe the wrong things, who believe in insane ideas, who believe that burning down your country is a good thing. And when they come back to you with mental illness and they begin to do things like this in schools and in public spaces, you want to blame the gun? You should blame the cars for all the car crashes that are happening. You should blame the knives for the stabbings, for example, the stabbing that took place earlier this week. Why don't you ban knives? Why don't you ban knives? Again, we all know from history that what leftists want is to have a big government that controls everything and has the monopoly on violence. Once they take your guns, there goes your freedom. So I'll just leave it there. Look, this is 9 minutes, just an update. Tim Pool, who is connected, has called and they say he is stable. Let's keep praying. We're not out of the woods yet until we see Charlie release a video showing that he is alive and well. All right, so please leave your comments. Again, just leave your comments in the comment section, and I'll catch you on the next one.